Hello together, be welcome to this technical session today. I would like to present a short session on how to create an Office add-in from scratch based on the Office.js. That means we want to create an add-in that will be added as a task pane in the task pane when we want to extend the functionalities of the add-in application. We have the possibility to add some new features on the ribbon here on the top or on the taskbar here on the right side or here on the content part. Yes. So in this example, this is a just hello world add-in where when I click on the button here, the cell that I have selected will get colored in yellow. First thing to do is to open the command shell. So on your screen, just type here cmd and open it as administrator. I will run it here from beginning as administrator. So in the command shell, when I say yes, then the command shell will pop up here. Yes. So when the Node.js right version is installed, yes, then we need to install the Office package. Yes. So that means the prerequisite to create Office add-ins is to have Node.js installed. If you don't know how to install Node.js, please visit this page, nodejs.org. If I open it, then you will be able to install the latest version. And as next, you need to install the Yeoman Generator for Office add-in. If it is not installed, you can use here npm install global Yeoman Generator Office. In my case, it is already done, so I don't need to do that anymore, but make sure you have installed it on your side. Okay, so we can see here that the Yeoman Generator version that is installed, or I can just type yo and -- version. So the version of Yeoman installed is displayed here. So I know now how to see the version of Node.js that is installed. We see it here, it is installed, and I can see here the version of Yeoman Generator that is installed. So based on this, that are the prerequisites to develop an Office add-in. Now, when we want to start the process, yes, when these two components are already installed, we would like to create an add-in. So I need to specify the folder in which I want to create this add-in. So I will make some code here. I want to switch to, and now in this folder Office add-ins, I want to create an add-in. Yes, to create an add-in, I can then type here Yo Office. So if I type Yo Office, it will create an add-in folder for me, and in this folder, the code for our add-in will be deployed. So at the end, we will see something like this. And I come here in this folder, then an Office add-in will be created. If I want to create a Word add-in, for example, or an Excel add-in, this one is an Excel add-in, then I will give the name of the folder and the content will be generated here. One thing is important, when I use Yo, if I use here Yo Office, then the manifest file, the XML manifest file will not be created. Yes, so for the beginning, if I want the manifest file to be installed, then it's quite important to use here nxp npx Yo Office. Yes, so it make it for a beginner simple. If the manifest .xml is not created, you can create it manually, but you have to know how to configure it. Or from the beginning, you can just type npx yo office. And if I type here enter, then it will check and propose the different options for the creation of an add-in using Office.js. So it is running and we have to wait a bit. Okay, now it has analyzed and proposed welcome to Office add-in generator by Office Dev. Yes, we can create a project now together, and there are some options that we have here. We have the possibility to select to create an Office add-in task pane project, or to create an Office add-in with Angular, or an Office add-in using React framework. In this case, I want to create an Excel add-in. Yes, I want to focus on an Excel function add-in. And I type here enter. Now I have to decide, do I want to create a TypeScript or a JavaScript add-in? I will let here TypeScript and select. Now I have to define the name. And for the name, I will call this here an Excel Hello World project. And I type enter. This is the name of my project. It will need time to create this project now in the folder. Okay, after a while, then the application will be created, and we see here where the code is created. And I can give a look at the code at this place, so that we come here in the File Explorer and check here on the add-in. And the add-in we have created now is Excel Hello World project. If I select it, then the files are created in this folder. And important to look at is this manifest file, because it will be required when we now start the project to see the content of so that an Excel will be displayed. When I come here, we have the possibility to run now npm run build, or just to start the local version is by typing npm start. But we can first look the code basis by typing here. No, I have to switch first in the folder that we have created, because if I type here change directory and select Excel, Excel Hello World project, and now we are pointing to the folder of the project itself. So now I can open the code in Visual Studio Code to give a look at what was created or generated. Then the Hello World, the Visual Studio will pop up. And we can see our project is called here Excel Hello World project. We can see that we have here some file like the package.json. When I click on package.json, we see here some script abbreviation that we can use to start our project. And we can see down there all the dependencies, the libraries, the dependencies, we have the dev dependencies here. We see all the libraries that are required for this application to work. We see the exact version. This package.json is mostly important when we want to deploy it also online, or in the future we can update the different package version if something has changed. So the next thing that we need to give a look at is the manifest file. We see here that we have the manifest.xml that it's here, and we see here that the host is pointing here to a workbook. The rest we will not give a deeper look on it at this level. Okay, now let us switch back to our code here. We can now run npm start to start this project. When I type here npm start, now something will happen. If it's your first time to run npm start, maybe you will face some difficulty based on the Node.js server that will then start to run. But if everything is well configured, then you will also need to authenticate yourself in Office portal using a developer account that you can create. So you can create a sandbox account for Office 365 that you can use for the add-in development. Okay, now you see that the Node.js server is started. Okay, and our add-in is also starting. Okay, I can just click here, okay. So our local host is started, and here on the left, an error occur. Okay, I see here something went wrong here because our add-in is already there. You see the Hello Excel Hello World project, and it's starting to charge the content of this add-in based on the description how it is specified here in the code. When we look here in our Visual Studio Code, we can see the different functionalities that the task pane should implement here. So let us focus again on the add-in itself. It is loading. Okay, now we see that the hello world is there and that the logo is there and the text is here. When I select okay, the template I have chosen from the beginning is not the one that marked the cell as 0 like I have explained at the beginning, but here the add-in is loaded, and when I click on the link here, it pop up and open a link here. That means our add-in is here. The hello world, the start add-in that I have created, just simple add a link to open a website, an external website. Yes. Okay. Based on this structure, now that we have the server running the URL and the add-in added to the Excel, and we have an overview about our code here. In the next video, we will start to see how to implement features in this task pane so that we can maybe add value or modify the content. To keep this video a little bit short, I will create a second video, and in the second video we will see how to add more functionalities in this add-in.